Another way of thinking about achieving reliability and operational excellence is to think about how you manage the defects or the holes in your various systems and functions. Let's have a look at the Swiss cheese model. It's very similar to the reliability process, it's just in a little different format. So here's the Swiss cheese model. Of course, it starts with design, goes to procurement, stores, installation, startup, operation, and maintenance. And then the Swiss cheese model, from time to time, you have holes or shortcomings or defects in your processes along the way. So when you have all those defects or holes in your system, when you have some sort of an initiating event, the more defects or holes you have, the greater the risk of having something big and bad happen. So the key here is to minimize those defects in all your systems and to have all those functional elements working together and collectively to minimize that risk. So is there a hierarchy for using the tools that does work? Well, I'll offer you my opinion based on years of experience in working with lots and lots of different companies. Before you even get to the tools, I think you start out with a strategic view. That is, where do you want to be over the next 5, 10 years? How will you get there? What processes are you going to use to engage your workforce? You know, kind of a high-level strategic approach to process improvement. Now, with that said, I think the first thing you look at is the basic stuff. You know, it's called Kaizen, but it consists of 5S, 5 Ys, standard work, go and see, visual system, structured improvement time. Those provide the organizational discipline, that is the enablers for people to achieve better performance. And not only that, you'll solve 60, maybe 80 or even 90% of your problems by using those tools. Now that you have the organizational discipline or readiness, now I would go next to TPM, Total Productive, what I call manufacturing, not maintenance. And TPM consists of measuring your OEE, and again, focusing on managing the losses. Operator care, PM, PDM, planning, designing so that you avoid defects in your equipment. And finally, some process for developing and training and improving your workforce. Now that you've got that done, I would next go to Six Sigma or root cause analysis or reliability-centered maintenance. Those are great tools, but if you don't have the discipline in place, that is the organizational readiness, those tools will work for maybe a year and then they'll fade away. And not only that, but if you do the basics well first, you can more properly align the use of those tools to the problems that really require their application. If you have all that, you'll have good supply chain performance. So that's the order in which these tools are used that I've seen work and be sustainable. Let's have a quick look at another approach that lots of companies have tried to use over the past many years, and that's the Toyota production system, or so-called lean manufacturing. One of the key things that people sometimes don't appear to realize is the need for stable, standardized processes, including equipment reliability. So let's have a look at one model for the Toyota production system. The Toyota production system includes lots of elements, but I want to draw your attention down to the very base of the Toyota production system. It's the Toyota way, which has to do with long-term thinking, process mapping, and employee engagement. Then just above that is process stability, including equipment reliability. Those are the foundational elements of the Toyota production system or lean manufacturing. If you don't have those in place from the beginning, you will not be nearly as successful as you would be if you did. In closing, I'd just like to say that you've got to have the basics in place in order to achieve operational excellence. You've got to have a process for engaging the workforce in that and have excellent leadership, teamwork, and alignment. I've worked with Lifecycle Engineering now for nearly 15 years, and they're a really good company. So I would encourage you to consider lifecycle engineering for your support needs for achieving reliability and operational excellence. In particular, I want to encourage you to have a look at their Atlas online monitoring system. You can see that at www.atlas.lce.com.